Welcome back to Dano Does Things. It is almost Easter, so let's make a fun and customizable felt garland. Grab the free pattern in the description box below. There are 3 elements you can make, so let's start with these pieces to make a carrot. Cut out one of the sprout pieces in green and 2 of the carrot piece in orange. Add a thin line of hot glue along the bottom edge of the sprout and glue it to the back piece of the felt so that only the sprouts poke out the top. Make sure you leave some space where you can do your stitching along the top edge. The carrot and all the other pieces will be assembled with a blanket stitch. To start your blanket stitch, thread an embroidery needle with 3 strands of embroidery floss in a matching color and tie a knot in the end. Hold your 2 pieces together and then bring your needle between them and through the back piece of your felt. Come over to the front and go through the front piece of the felt and pull up your thread through the middle. Make sure your thread is to the left of the loop you just made and pull taut. Now the rest of the stitches will be done by bringing your needle through both layers of felt from front to back and then pulling your thread taut while making sure that the thread is on the left side of that loop. Continue that way until you get to the sprouts. This is the only time in the project you'll need to switch up your stitches a little bit. This time go through all 3 layers of felt from the front to the back. Then come just through the green felt right along the edge above your first stitch. Pull it taut and to the left of the loop you just made. Continue this way until the end of the sprout and then keep going around with your original stitch. Once you have about an inch left, you can stuff your felt carrot. I'm using polyfill, but you can use wool or cotton balls or even fabric scraps I'll cut up. Finish stitching around and fasten off. That is 1 carrot done, and you can make as many as your heart wants for however long you want your garland to be. Next up is the bunny. Using these pieces of the pattern, cut out 2 little pink ear insides and then 2 of the bunny face in really any color felt you'd like. Hot glue the pink pieces to the ears. Using the same blanket stitch technique as the carrot, sew around the edges until you have about an inch left, stuff it with some stuffing, and finish sewing. You can do the bunny face however you'd like. You can make it with a marker or embroider it, or even use little buttons, I'm going to cut out eyes and a nose out of felt and hot glue them to my bunny. Last is the egg. This is definitely the easiest to sew, but the most fun to customize. Cut out 2 of the egg shapes in white felt, then proceed to use that same technique to close it up with a blanket stitch and stuff it with the stuffing. Now, the possibilities for customization are pretty endless. You could even do a whole garland of just different colored and designed felt eggs. My 2 favorite techniques that I'll show you here is one, using some nice patterned ribbon and just gluing that to the egg, and 2 is using pastels to color the egg bright Easter colors. You can also embroider them or use paint, glue felt designs on them, color with markers. You can really make them as plain or as intricate as you'd like, and you can sort of adjust it if it's a kid's craft or an adult craft. I like to thread my garland along a ribbon. To attach the ribbon, I like making little loops of felt on the back of each piece, almost like a belt loop. You can glue the top and bottom and leave just enough room in the middle to thread through a ribbon. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and it has inspired you to make your own Easter garland. If you make one, I would love to see it. Tag me on Instagram @DanoDoesThings and subscribe here for more tutorials every week. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.